Hello, my love. Today I want to talk a little bit about imposter syndrome. I know, dun dun dun. However, I think it's an important conversation to have um, because I think it's my personal belief that you belong and I belong equally in the world. There's room for everybody, right? We all have our own unique qualities. Even if we are doing things that are seemingly similar on the surface, style is important, right? And that's what really draws in an audience, I think, is, the person behind whatever, especially for creative ventures. Um, it's important that you align with a brand. It's important that you align with, an owner, a person. Your style is going to be a little bit different. Nothing is ever exactly copy paste the same. Um, and there's been a lot of this going on in my personal life. So I just thought we would go ahead and bring it into the collective to have a discussion about, I think so often we're told that, the markets are oversaturated or there's just no room for you or there's nothing unique or special about what it is that we have to offer. And I think that's completely false, to be honest with you. Straight up, I just feel like that's not true. And I'll stand on that 10 toes all the way down because I believe that everyone is born with something that is special and again, very unique to that person. And I think, to be honest, if we all could embrace the idea of just leaning into our uniqueness a little bit more, not only would the world be more colorful, right, and interesting and entertaining, I think we'd find more peace in that too. And I know I get a little like world peace. I feel like I have the answers sometimes. However, in order to not get too woo woo or like dreamy, that's just my belief that, take it or leave it. I think that if people leaned into what made them special, people would be happier. And happier people tend to be more peaceful, do they not? So I really advocate for that thing that you want to do, right? Yeah, there's a million writers in the world. Maybe there's a million painters in the world, a million bakers in the world. However, no one is you, right? And there are people out there who are waiting for you, what it is that you have, right? Whether it's in your community, because there's communities that people just don't have access to that one baker in that one town somewhere far away. Whether it's the impact you have on your local community or the impact that you have on like a collective somewhere that is unique to you, right? This episode is going to be a bit all over the place because I also think that leads us into the second part of this conversation, which is I don't believe in overnight success. Sue me, I just don't. I wish overnight success on nobody, especially myself. It is my fear to go viral. So, as much as I love you, um, please don't share this to like every one of your family and friends. I'm just kidding. If they need it, of course, right? But I have no desire. Like if there was a talk show that like wanted to get in touch with me tomorrow, I would not go. And here's my reasoning behind that, okay? I value the slow growth and the lessons that come along with that. I think there's so much to be gained by getting there more slowly, I guess is the right word, because it's more sustainable, in my opinion, right? If I were to be an overnight success, if you were to be an overnight success, there's so many steps that we would miss out on, right? There's so many things in between that we wouldn't really have with that much volume, right? That would be demanded of us that we would have to supply. There would be so many things, right, that we would miss out on as far as like lessons are concerned. So I know a lot of us get down on ourselves when we're not immediately like abundant or successful, right? Especially when it comes to topics surrounding money or like monetary gain. However, I think slow growth is really important because it's very stable. There's something really sustainable about that. Um, And yeah, that's my wish for you, my love, is that like when things come, you just continue to show up and continue to learn lessons so that you'll have some type of stability. You'll know, you know, the good, bad, and the ugly. And you'll know all of the pitfalls and you'll know all of the cheat codes as well because you've been doing it. And it's like you've been in there cooking, and nobody can tell you different. It's not like you just pick this up overnight, right? I'm sure overnight success works for somebody. So no offense to anyone that that is working out for. However, I think that the idea of overnight success, and if you're not in overnight success, especially like in viral culture nowadays, right? It can be a little bit dangerous to believe that it's not for you if it's not for everyone, right? And that's the last and final part of this conversation I want to talk about is that I don't want to be for everyone. That's my personal belief. Again, these are all a matter of my own opinion, okay? But I want to be for the people that I'm aligned with, right? Because that is also sustainable. If I have people who are in the rooms with us, if you really resonate with me personally on a deep level, that also is a valuable and more sustainable relationship to me. That's a stable, healthy relationship, right? Because we really resonate with one another. I really don't care to be for everybody because to be in a space where you have to be palatable for every single person, right? On earth, please. Oh my God, what a nightmare. I don't have the chameleon capabilities to be able to shapeshift into what every single person needs in order to make everybody happy. I think, to be honest, and it's again my opinion, take it or leave it, that's where people start to lose themselves in their success, is when they want to be for everybody, right? I believe in showing up as authentically as possible, whether that again gives you overnight success or monetary gain, or you go viral, or all the abundance and support in the world or not, right? I think that it's more important to know that you being authentic is going to bring in whoever it is that's most for you, and whoever stays around, right, is going to be your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. That's my belief as well, you know and so those are just things that I feel. I think, again, it's good that you're not for everyone. If you've ever felt like, oh, well, it must not be for me because I haven't been, again, an overnight success and I haven't made all the money and I haven't drawn in all the people and the crowds and the abundance and whatever, right? Slow down, my love, because the people who are meant for you will find you. And that is my wish as your big sister, auntie, friend, that the people who align with you, the people who need you, the people who see themselves in you in the world will find you, right? And they won't have to go through crowds of people to get there because you will be available and accessible to them because you won't be trying to shapeshift yourself into something that you're not. All right. I think so often we try and do that in order to be marketable, especially for those of us creatives, but you are good enough as who you are, and you were given your talents and again your uniqueness because your higher power knows who needs you already, right? And those people, right, will not be able to find you if you are chameleoning yourself, chameleoning, chameleoning yourself into a million different people, right? They won't recognize you. Be recognizable, right? Even if that means you have to stand alone for a little while, be recognizable so that the people who are meant for you will find you because those are healthy, stable relationships that you won't lose yourself in. Okay? Again, these are all my beliefs, and we can agree to disagree if you want, but that's just how I feel about success and my definition of it. And for anybody who struggles with that imposter syndrome, especially because they're not getting, society's definition of success right away, I hope that brings you peace in knowing that the world still needs you, right? In knowing that there is a tribe of people out there that are waiting for you. And I hope it's motivating to stay as authentic as possible because those people will align with you. And if your higher power has it for you, no one can stop it, right? Again, that's what I believe, and that's what I wish for you. And you can take it or you can leave it. Either way, I still love you. Um, and I hope that you're out there using your powers for good and not evil. I'm trying to think. It feels like we haven't talked in a while. If there's anything else I have to say to you, yeah, I guess now is the time where I hate to do it to you, but I'm gonna leave now. However, I'll always be back for you, my love, so don't worry. And yeah, the world really is less without you in it, my love. And these are the things in the conversations behind why I say that to you, right? That's what I mean when I say it, is that you are special and unique and the world needs you, right? There was a little girl or a little boy inside of you, right, that you once were, that child, that inner child that needed someone like you. And I'm proud of you for showing up in the world as someone who would have made them safe, all right? I love you. We'll talk soon. Bye.